good. The last interesting race that we have, school board, and there was a little bit of confusion because I didn't know the answer, and another fellow that was at the elections office, you know, he asked the question. In school board races, is it required that someone get 50% of the vote? And we weren't sure on that. So we sent the question in to Ann Bodenstein,
Supervisor of Elections.
Supervisor of Elections. And, you know, I really like her husband. Cal came out with the answer. As you can imagine, it was it was still very busy up there then. And the answer is that in that race you had Jimmy Brown, Brenda Martin, and Hugh Winkles. Well, the two top vote getters in that was Brown and Winkles. But Winkles only got 49% of the vote. So in November the 4th, for that district of school board, you're going to see Brown and Winkles on the ballot again.
In a runoff.
In a runoff. So that concludes the, you know, we just kind of wanted to go over the points of interest and what you might be looking at November the 4th. So,
if you turn out and vote, of course.
Oh,
which we hope everybody will.
I will go ahead and go on record right now and say that in Santa Rosa County it will be a minimum of 75% voter turnout.
That'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to see people. Well, the presidential elections are going to happen, and everybody's going to be interested in that.
It will be big. It will be big. We will be up till probably midnight before we get all the results on that one.
But again, as far as these local offices, many of these have been decided. Were decided Tuesday in the primary elections, and that was only a 23% turnout.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another episode of Santa Rosa Week, and we certainly thank you for tuning in. We're going to move now to our end of the show rant segment, as I like to call it, our horsefly buzz segment. And of course, Jerry, you are the horsefly. I
am the horsefly. One thing that we've noticed of late is email traffic that Cindy Anderson sends out from Team Santa Rosa seems to be very limited these days. I don't know, maybe because we read every single one that she sends anymore.
We're actually seeing comments like, I don't want to put too much in this email because you never know who might be watching.
Exactly. But yes, I am the horsefly, and
it was Ms. Anderson who gave you that.
And Ms. Anderson
name
gave
in
it
an email.
In an email. And I will have my rant shortly.
Roll tape.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is your horsefly coming to you. It was a very exciting election week. My buzzing this week concerns a newspaper to my left who decided to get involved again and make predictions or try to convince you, the voter, on who you should vote for. And honestly, with their results, I think they might want to maybe reconsider who they pick in the future. I want to go over a few of these. I'm going to reach over into Escambia County a little bit on these. Pensacola News Journal put Mike Whitehead. You wrote 2 pages about what a wonderful, he's easily the smartest and savviest, most knowledgeable commissioner on the board, looking simply at qualifications. He's the best candidate. Now, you eventually did get around to picking Wilson Robinson, but if anybody would have not read this whole thing, they would have thought you were in favor of Mike Whitehead. Guess what? He lost 80-20. Not a very good night for Mr. Whitehead. I believe you also picked Mr. Ron McNesby. Wow, not a very good night for Mr. McNesby or you. Considering the fact that Mr. McNesby spent 4 times the amount of money that the challenger spent, yet he still came up short, and came up short by a very large margin. District 5 in Escambia County, you picked Mr. Chris Washler. You thought he was the man. He's good. He's good. He got 8.5% of the vote. I'm not impressed with your picks. Then we move on over to the public defender. 4 county-wide, you said Kelly Merritt Richards is the person in that. Got bad news for you, Pensacola News Journal. James Owens won all 4 of them. Now let's get on over to Santa Rosa County, near and dear to my heart. You chose to say that all three incumbent commissioners, let me read this for you, ladies and gentlemen, which is why it is so tough to make a serious argument for unseating them. You know what the people of Santa Rosa County said to you, Pensacola News-Journal? We really don't care what you think. 2 of your 3 picks were soundly defeated, and the 3rd of your picks barely made it by. Had Mr. Fowler gone to one more neighborhood and shook a few more hands, your 3rd pick would have been gone too. I really would appreciate it if you would get back into the news business, Pensacola News-Journal, and lay off on some of this kind of stuff. You didn't do very well. You picked Tom Stewart, soundly defeated. You picked John Broxson, soundly defeated. You didn't do very good there. I'll tell you this, the people in Santa Rosa County don't appreciate being told who they should vote for. What they would appreciate is a little coverage of the news. What they would appreciate is a little more objective news coverage of the candidates that are out there. What are they doing? What are they about? Personal interviews. And your editorial board and your opinion people need to lay off of it. Okay? If you were in school, you made an F on your picks, Pensacola News-Journal. In closing, I want to thank the voters of Santa Rosa County. I think it's probably pretty obvious to you if you're watching this show that I have believed for a long time we needed a change at the commission level in Santa Rosa County. Although I can't sing very well, this morning on WEBY I put out a little song, Gone Are Now the Dark Clouds That Have Had Me Down. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a bright, sunshiny day in Santa Rosa County. I believe that we're heading in the right direction, and thank you once again for your time. This is a Horsefly signing off. Welch's sparkling grape juice, because you can only drink in the children's park alcohol. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.